Alright guys, sometimes people aren't perfect in their interactions or when they talk to people, whatever. But the bottom line, is the message I'm sending out on social media going to encourage everybody that I've ever talked to, or everybody that's past or current friend, or everybody that's a past or current acquaintance? Am I including everybody wanting to be successful and having success? Am I including people to follow their dreams and be happy? Am I making sure I look out for everyone, even when maybe we're not talking or whatever? And at the end of the day, you have to remember that some people don't see things the way you do, and you think all these things, but maybe they don't even notice, right? So at the end of the day, when you're going about your day and you talk to people, you do whatever, you want to make sure that what you do on social media always reflects a positive light, always reflects support, always reflects amazing things, because at the end of the day, that's what you want people to see, right? And you want people to know that, like for me personally, I don't want people to think that I'm mean to a fan or mean to someone. Because, well, not that I don't want them to think that, but I just don't want to be that, right? Because I know, and saying nothing is not being mean, right? If you want to just keep to yourself that day, whatever. But I never want to be mean to a fan. I never want people to be like, oh, Marco was so rude, or he's such a Devo and he's so mean, right? I never want that, right? If I'm quiet that day and don't want to talk to anyone that day, that's one thing. If I'm focusing on my exercise and not really focusing on anyone around me, that's another. But in general, I've always wanted people to know that I support them and their cause and who they are as people. And and I mean, obviously you can't be perfect. You're gonna have an interaction with someone that doesn't go well, but in general, I never really want people to be like, oh, that Marco was so mean. He's a celebrity. I really looked up to him, and I didn't want him to think that I was unhappy with the encounter, but I was, right? I never want people to think that, right? But in general, you can only do so much to control that. So, as long as you're living your best life and you're doing what you need to do, and you have to remember, sometimes people are like, oh my goodness, you're talking about this for so long. Yes, because I think it's important, but I also think, not everyone's going to see things the way you do, or not everyone's going to be like, oh, most people don't even know what you're talking about when you do these kinds of things, right? I try to make sure everyone feels welcome, everyone feels important, that everybody knows I want their success, and that's all I can really do. And the rest is in God's hands, or if you don't believe in religion, in luck's hands, right? And you just have to believe you'll get somewhere in life, right? And social media especially, right? Bye now.